Oh my gosh, meow meow, big mouth cat, meow meow, wow. This will be fun. All right, big monster truck time. Okay, art friends, if you have a template, this would be, well, if you're here at school, we have these in the template drawer at your work area. And if you're at home and you don't have a template, you could always trace like a cup or something like that, or a coin. So we're going to start with two pretty big circles for the tire. Then inside those two circles, we're going to put smaller circles. You decide which ones you want to put in there. Okay, I'm picking these. I'd say this is about the size of a quarter. And then inside of these, I'm going to put a really small circle. I'm going to pick something really tiny just to put in there. And you could just like draw a little circle. You don't have to trace something. This is just a teeny tiny circle. Okay, then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make some little dash marks going around my teeny tiny circle. And it's like I'm drawing some little pizza wedges that somebody's chomped off the front of. They've already taken a bite out of that little bitty pie in the front. So these are just, I don't know, what they'd be called, trapezoids or something. Anyway, they're just bigger at the outside, smaller on the inside part of the tire. For the, would these be called the rims? Okay, then I'm going to make the little nubs that go around the tire, because monster truck tires have these great big nubs on them. So I'm just making these little squares going around the outside. Yeah, those look pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to make a little rectangle in between the two tires, kind of above the middle, and that's the step that you get into the monster truck with. Putting a line on each side of that. And now I'm going to draw the bottom of the body. So I'm going to start with a line above that step, and then I'm going to draw a line going diagonally up above the tire. Okay, so it goes above the tire, and I want these two diagonal lines to be about the same height. Then I'm going to draw two diagonal lines that are on each side of the tire that match up with the diagonal line, just like that. So I drew kind of a little horizontal line, diagonal, then went across, matched it up. So here's his bumper on the back, going up, so they're about the same height, going across, and then a little diagonal line back down. There we go. You know, you draw this in pencil so that you can move it around if it's not quite where you want. Now I'm going to just draw another line, repeating that going around, and it's a little thicker at the top. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that over here. So you can see I lined it up, and I made a mark on my paper. But I'll turn that into something fun. Okay, so a little bit thicker at the top, skinnier on the diagonals. Okay, so now I'm going to make the bumper. Coming out here with a little rectangle. Here's the bumper on the front. A little rectangle. Looking pretty good. Now I'm going to make the hood of the truck. So just a diagonal line up going across, and then another diagonal line coming up for the window, going across, and then coming back down for the bed. So there's the cab and the hood. I'm coming across for the bed, and I'm going to drop it down to the bumper. Okay, there is my outline. Now I'm going to put detail on. So I've got the back part for the back light. Here's the front light. And here's where I need diagonal lines to show the undercarriage of this. And I'm going to draw the suspension shocks, I think is what they're called. So they're just going diagonal. And then I'm going to put some little diagonal, they remind me of candy cane stripes. Just diagonal lines inside for some detail. Do some above the back tire. So diagonal lines, there we go. And a little detail with some striping. Yep. All right, now I'm going to draw the cab in more. So I'm going to come first with a little diagonal line at the top and then kind of a more horizontal line, and then I'm going to connect those two. So that's the front window. And then I'm going to draw a line across that matches up with the top and down that matches up with the back. And then it's going to go along diagonal with the front window and then back, and then there's the side window. So it's kind of like a square with a triangle on the front. And then here's a little rectangle for the handle. Let's see, what other details? I'll draw another line above the bed just to give some more interest to that. And I think I need to make the roll bar. So that's just going to be a double thick line coming up, and then I'm going to make a double thick line going diagonal. All right, I need more details. How about the big engine mount on the front of the hood? So that's going to be a rectangle with some little rectangles on top of it. There we go. Simple shapes. There we are. I think I'll put 3 or 4. And then I have a line on here I don't like. What could I do? I'm going to make it into flames. Yeah, flames. All right, your trucks could have lots of detail. You don't have to do flames. I kind of like flames. So I'm going to put flames on here. And when I color it, it's going to be a lot more interesting. So anyway, you guys have fun designing your monster truck.